Steph and Maryanne are the baby whisperers. They are world-leading baby sleep educators. Steph was a huge help for me and Molly, and now they're here to help you.
I think it's one of the most commonly Googled myths that on baby sleep is the question of why won't my baby sleep during the day? And that's a really common thing that parents experience. And one of the things that we do when we are talking to parents about day naps is everything that's happening with the day naps is directly linked to what's happening with the nighttime. So if you're struggling with your baby's day naps, perhaps if they're not sleeping well, if they're just doing cat naps, if you can't get them off to sleep well, almost always there is an indicator there that something is not right with the nighttime sleep, because the nighttime sleep is king in that respect. You're like, once you've got your nighttime sleep intact, as we say, then that means the day naps can be in their natural pattern. So if you're struggling with your baby's day naps, it's really, your focal point should actually go back to the night times. And as we said before, it's about ensuring that your baby is getting that right amount of nighttime sleep, giving them the appropriate bedtime, which as we said is 6 o'clock for all babies and young toddlers, and that 12 to 13 hours of nighttime sleep with feeds, as we said, if they're a younger baby. So that kind of becomes, even though the day naps seem to be the problem, in that sense they're actually the symptom, I guess, of probably a problem or problems that are there with the nighttime sleep. Would you agree, Steph?
Yeah, absolutely. And I think another thing to touch on with the day naps is environment. So yes, we want the night stretch of sleep in place so they're coming into their day on the right foot and not already exhausted and overtired. But we also want to make sure that during the day their sleep conditions are ideal. And often parents will spend a lot of time on the nighttime sleep conditions. So, making sure baby is warm enough, making sure the room is dark and so on. And then during the day, a bit of that attention to detail isn't quite there or not quite there yet. So they may have a baby who's going down for a nap and they're just not warm enough, or the room is a little bit too bright for daytime and the baby is very, very overstimulated and struggling to fall off for a nap, or they're doing a short nap, waking up, wow, I'm awake. So environment is super important. Also, there's a lot going on during the day. So there's more noise around. It is light outside. Babies and children are, they're awake and playing and then they're going down for a nap. So there are a lot of factors or more factors with the daytime sleep that may not be there at nighttime. But it's certainly, naps during the day is something that they need to be there, because babies and children, they need their night sleep just as much as they need their day sleep, and vice versa. It's that 24-hour sleep that they need all the time to make sure that they're well rested.
And it's exactly. It's directly linked. And I think the other point, just to quickly touch on as well, is that up times and awake times during the day, and just having that understanding that babies get tired really quite quickly. And what we tend to see happen during the day is that babies are being kept up for too long. And when I say too long, I just mean beyond when they're actually tired. So they go into that overtired, overstimulated, overwrought kind of state. And when they are in that overtired state, it is very difficult. You would think the more overtired they are, the easier it is for them to go off to sleep, but they become so overstimulated that it actually becomes harder to fall asleep. So one of the things that we educate parents on is just that need to be really aware of your baby's tired signs, and to try not to have in your mind a preset amount of uptime to stick to, but really focus on your baby, because the tired signs never lie. And if your baby is showing irritability, if they're being a bit cranky, if they're rubbing their eyes, classic tired signs. So their need at that point is to go down to sleep. And one of the things that we say to parents is, don't think, oh, I can't put my baby down now, he's only been up for an hour, or only been up for 45 minutes. If your baby's showing tired signs, then that is a really clear indicator that your baby does need to go down to sleep at that point.